All right, man. I wanna get into a topic that's kind of floating around the internet, man. It's being talked about right now regarding Boosie's 16-year-old daughter and the issues that they've been having in the media and just on social media and online for the world to see. And it's a little sad, man. I'm gonna play the video and then we gonna get into it.
My daddy, he's a bitch, per bitch. That shit not in my blood, never been.
Any child with who disrespect their father like that, they ain't got nothing good coming to them. I don't want to talk about that, man. It's over with. I said what I said. I told no lies. Bro. A child with a mouth like that would never get a blessing. That to a daddy who been here the whole way. I ain't talking about the whole way. The whole way. You'll never have no good luck. That shows the character of a mother. How could a mother let a child talk like that to a father? That shows the character of a mother. That's the same woman, bro.
Ain't my.
All right, man. So let's talk about that, man. So you got Boosie badass. You got Boosie's 16-year-old daughter disrespecting him publicly online for the world to see. Now I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this at all, especially as a parent, especially as a dad who has a daughter of his own, who is almost 16, by the way. Just me listening to this young lady and the pure disrespect that she has for her dad, man, it's sad. It's sad to see because though Boosie, Boosie has his own personality. Boosie can say some of the craziest things, man. Boosie know how to put on the show for a camera. That's all in the business. But one thing that I see with Boosie is when it comes to his kids, he's always a father. He's always there to take care of his kids. And I respect Boosie in that regards because you got a lot of men out here who are deadbeat dads who don't do shit for their kids. And they should be called out for that type of behavior. But for a dad who will go to, I feel like Boosie will probably do anything for his kids. And I would too. I would do anything for my kids, man. And if my daughter, after I've taken care of her and sacrificed time, just work. A lot of kids don't really understand what parents sacrifice in order for them to live the type of life that they live. And Boosie's 16-year-old daughter here, she lived the life of the 1%. Probably the 1% of the 1%. From my understanding, she's went to private schools. Boosie bought her an $80,000 car for her birthday. And she's complaining about the color of the car. An $80,000 car. You 16. You know what my first car was? A Ford Escort. And when I got that motherfucker, I was the happiest person, teenager in the world at that time. Because I appreciated that. I appreciated just me having a car. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. But just the mere fact that my parents went out of the way using their hard-earned money to make sure I had some wheels when I turned 16. That's commendable. That's commendable, right? And so I don't agree with her being very disrespectful online to her dad like that. That's something that you handle offline. And Boosie strikes me as the type of person to where he'll sit down and he'll talk to his kids. But when you try to throw dirt on this man's name, especially in a time like this where Boosie going through a whole nother situation with a new gun charge, and the man got a lot of stuff going on. So the last thing he needs is for one of his kids to be slinging mud on his name. If anything, right now, at this time and point in your life, you need all your kids and all your family surrounding you when you fighting for your freedom or fighting for your life yet again. And so I think a lot of kids are so entitled. And that's the thing about when kids grow up with money, is a lot of times they don't really know the value of hard work. They don't really know the value of a dollar. A lot of kids think that money just grow on trees. And it don't matter. I don't care if you got $10 million or $10,000. I don't care if you like a Boosie and you make millions, or if you a regular Joe Schmo who got a regular 9-to-5 job. You have to sacrifice time and you have to work to go out and make that money to be able to come back and take care of your kids like that. And so with this young lady going to social media, and I don't know if she was influenced by her mom. Now I do know that there was a situation based on what I've gathered. Supposedly her mom had a car wreck and she wanted to go home and stay with her mom to take care of her mom and help her recover from the car wreck. And hey, and if that was the case, then hey, it's nothing wrong with that. That's your mom at the end of the day, regardless of if your dad and your mom get along or not. That's your mom. I get it. You want to go home and you want to help. But from what it seems like is right when Boosie's daughter went home, all of a sudden this man was served with child support papers. Now it sounds like the mom has been filling the daughter's head up with something, and you got a lot of people out there who are master manipulators, and especially if it's your child. If you're a master manipulator, then who easier to manipulate than your own child, right? And so it sounds like a case where you got an ungrateful baby mom who sees that her daughter is about to be 18 years old soon, and so that window to get some of that child support money is starting to close. And so I feel like what may have happened was that the mom got into the daughter's ear, told her whatever, to get her to move back in with her or whatever, and now all of a sudden this man served with child support papers, man. And I don't agree with that, especially since Boosie was the one that stepped up he stepped up and was a real dad to his daughter and made sure that she was taken care of most of her life, from what I've gathered. And so for his daughter, if his daughter knew that mom was trying to plot and scheme in order to get in this man's pockets, then I don't feel like that was right. Now, at the end of the day, she's a kid, and it's unfortunate that she's caught in between the middle. It's unfortunate that she's caught in between this, because I don't feel like parents should use their kids as pawns to get back at each other for anything, And it sounds like the mom feels like, you got a lot of women out there who feels like they're entitled to a man's money just because they've had a child with a man. I feel like if a man is taking care of his child and has been taking care of his child, and that man has his child, at least 50% of the time, then I don't feel like a woman should be enabled to be able to hang that over a man's head in order to go after his bag. I don't believe in it. Now, you have deadbeat dads out here who, they deserve to be put on child support because unfortunately you got some dads out here that you have to make them take care of their child. The only way you can make them take care of their child is to take money out of their paycheck every pay period and give it to the mom. Hey, if that's the case, it is what it is, man. I don't respect the deadbeat dad. Not whatsoever. I don't respect the deadbeat dad. And I hate to see good dads having to go through this because it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on you emotionally, financially. It just drains your energy. It drains your energy because at the end of the day, speaking from my point of view as being a dad, it would break my heart if my daughter got on the internet and blasted me knowing that I busted my ass to take care of her and this is how you repay me. No, I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off because unfortunately, when we raise our kids, all we can do is give them the game. All we can do is teach them the right way. But it's up to them to take that information and implement that information into their lives. We can't make our kids make the right decision. And sometimes, and she's still young, sometimes it takes going through certain situations to realize, damn, I messed up. Damn, like when she get out there in this world and she realize how hard it is out here, you realize, damn, like I had it good. Like dad really did a lot for me. Dad really took care of me because the world is a fucked up. The life can beat your ass down, man, especially when you out here alone. Especially when you don't really have family like that to turn to. But you got a multi-million-dollar dad who loves you with all his heart. Nah, man, I don't think that was the play. And I think that she's gonna regret it if she's not already regretting it. And I think as she gets older and she gets a little bit more experience with life and she gets a little bit more wiser, I feel like down the line she's gonna realize that, damn, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have took a different approach. You had the same thing happen with Master P and Romeo, and anytime, and it happens every day. It's just that these people are celebrities and they're in the spotlight, but it happens to dads every day. It happens to dads. It happens to parents every day. And unfortunately, a lot of times it's the dad that gets the short end of the stick when it comes to that relationship with their daughter, because I value the relationship with my daughter. That means more to me than money. But I can't tolerate a disobedient kid, especially one who talks like this, like she got the world figured out and she can do for herself. Well, she gonna have to find out the hard way, man. So that's my 2 cents, man. What y'all think about this situation, man? Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think.